when a man, and producer, you let me know if this is too big for Christian TV, but when does a man releasing contribute to growth and to them living longer? What would happen if at all they don't have sex?
Now, the pressure in a man having sex is very, very important for a man, because the joy, the peace that comes, the dopamine produced relaxes the man, kills away their stress. So in fact, a man having more sex will make him have more chances, leaving other factors constant. If they are put with a man leaving other factors constant, a man living their lives the same way, and this guy is having more sex than the other, the factors that this gentleman will live longer are high. Why? This gentleman is going to be having dopamine more produced in their body whenever they have sex and they have a climax. They're going to have the reward hormone being produced, which is going to relax them, give them a good relaxation, give them a harmonies, so which is going to make them fight their stress within them. So they are going to live longer because they have now a stress fighting factor on them. Now that factor contributes to a man having a higher chance of living longer if they are living together with a woman of a certain age. If you're all 30 years with a certain lady, then she gets to 45 years, I continue from 45. There are so many chances that if we're having sex at the same, remember she has stopped having sex at 45 and the urge and mine is increasing, I'm actually just starting. In fact, this is where men now have money. 45 is a man have money, he has their car, he has built investments, now he has the money. That's why young girls actually go for men who are 40 years and 45. And these women that are married, which is a natural boundary for them. Because at 45 your urge is down, the man does not, your sexual urge, your sexual knowledge there, you're looking at family, and the guy's just starting, is increasing. You don't want, he's still like a young man. So they go outside their marriage. So the factor is, when a man has a lot of sex, they have that thing happening to them. So a man needs more sex because they're going to have that hormone produced, the hormone, whenever they have sex, and this hormone is a reward hormone, which is going to make them feel peaceful, nice, good, which is going to help them beat down the stress levels. So the more the man has sex, the more a man will live long. It is also the same factor for the females. If a female is also having good sex, they're going to have these hormones produced and they're going to have that relaxation come. So sex is part of
Living
the
long.
journey of a person living long. But it should be healthy sex. Healthy sex is sex from someone you love. You're not going to be buying prostitutes every day and you no, the doctor tells us to have sex, and now that sex is actually may expose you to factors that are going to make you actually die early, because there are so many other factors when you look into that. So it is safe sex which will help this guy. You're married home, you have your wife, and you're having this intercourse regularly, you know how to do yourself. That is the most important part. In fact, whenever people stop having sex, marriages fail. We have seen this and we know this. So that factor helps men. If they're having sex, it will help them. Even the disease which affects more men during their growing age, which starts at 38, 40 years, is a prostate enlargement. Now, this is also something which happens to the men. But research says that if a man is having more ejaculations, the chances of their prostate increasing are low. Ejaculations in normal sex, not in masturbation. If it is masturbation, it's going to worsen the enlargement of the what? Of the prostate, although it is natural to men. But of course, there is division of supplementations, a way of life that has helped men not also to be protective, not for their prostate gland to enlarge. Now, we shall also have a talk about that, because it's one of the factors, number one factor, that is going to contribute to a man actually losing their lives earlier or making their lives adverse. Because once it happens, even his sexual performance is going to get low. If he's now is married and the woman now is just starting to get sexually active at 45 now, if he's not keen with his life, living it well, at 45 years, his life will also begin to become hard. The sexual performance will lower down, killing his confidence. It will also bring phobia towards the act. And I've seen so many, I don't want to get involved in that because I'm not performing well and there is a complaint. So he get phobia because of what they have. But if we help them throughout this journey, well, they can push. But also that factor which comes to the men of prostate enlargement. But of course, the factors are, most of them may be, yes, there is a genetical factor for them, a family, but then the environmental factor and the lifestyle also is exposing more. Being a smoker, being a drunkard,
so
being exposed.
The lifestyle will
also contribute, and the lifestyle is contributing more. The left is contributing more. But if a man gets to know, these are the prostate exercises that I have to do, these are the supplements I have to take, this is how I have to live my life, I need to avoid this and avoid this, then it helps them. If a man is getting more affected with infections, will have more chances of getting their prostate enlarged, because if by chance these bacteria move up to the reproductive system and then they go to the prostate area, you find that this man will be exposed more to getting prostatitis and the prostate enlarging. So that's why I said safe sex will be important for both partners. But if your sex is exposing you to other different things, then it's going to be very hard for you
to live longer.
Even HIV included, what included, a lot of things included in there. So it must be safe sex for both sides, which can make a person live long. But there is something else I want to talk about, which is very, very sensitive. And the other factors affecting females to live long, the exposure to family planning, which is kind of unsafe and introduced in a way that it is not. It is more embedded on the female, not on the male. This should be a discussion of another day.
This one can come in next week, but I wanted, now that you're on the female, let me first ask you this thing. I've heard, because now you talked about growth stopping at 14 or 15, but now we are looking at development, and I heard that there is something either on a woman's brain that develops at 25. I know of a certain psychologist, should I call him, or someone who advises people on life choices, and he always says, you know, women should not make marriage partner decisions before they are 25. Tell us a little bit about that development.
Now the development that happens within that period of time may not be usually attached to any hormonal growing or what. Remember, she has been exposed. That's why I tell you, women become wiser to men of their same age. Why? They have been exposed to problem before a man is exposed to problem. And remember, this has taken 10 years. Now, it is not proved as a lot, but we know by the age of 45, a woman has been exposed to enough that now she begins even to worry about her maturity. Remember, I told you development is continuing and going on. But at about that time, we said that a climax of every young girl on their beauty, development of their beauty, their face, their skin, and what they are looking nice, their skin tagger at 25 years on the fact of the skin and the looks is on their climax. Now, starting 26, you know this, Stella, a woman now she has not, girlfriend has not yet reached their extent as per, but now the skin, because of the environmental factors exposed, because of the life exposed, now this kind of life, that's why people say, by age 25, every woman should be married. You understand? At least 25 to 23 to 25. Why? Now at 27, you're going to begin flopping down in your development. Now certain things are going to change. Your breasts are not firm anymore. Even if you're not being exposed to sexual intercourse, they're going to flop down. So your climax of your beauty now begins to flop down. Now you're going to understand more the fact of development I told you, and when it stops, because now this one, you know that after 26 years, a woman will begin to flop. And when you begin to your skin tagger, your shiny skin, your estrogen levels, your skin you had,
no longer
these hips you develop during the other stage are going away. You're going to have weight issues at this particular time. You're going to have, so it doesn't usually mean that this age there is something that's happening to a woman, not to a guy. No, what's happening now? The exposure to the environment at 25, and even in the woman's brain, she knows. At 25, women know my peak now begins to slope on beauty. But now for gentlemen at 25 years, it's when we are just now developing, now growing. You want to look nice now. It's when we begin to give attention to life. Now you're working out of school now. I think I need to marry. That's why people say a man should get married at least 27 to 30, 35. Now he's ready to make a decision. Now we are just being exposed to issues and problems. Now we are developing. Now a woman, that's why they say it's smarter. Now they will have to go to someone who is more aged than them to line with how they think. You understand? Why? Because the other man has been exposed to problem than this one. So if you are in the same period of list of at age which can match a woman's wisdom, depending on the factors exposed, especially if they are elites, should be at least 3 to 5. The least should be 3 years. If you are 30 years, the girl must be at least 27 for you to match. But if it is more, it is better. Depending on the education level of the girl. Today, when you look at elites, it is hard to tempt them to marriage, to settle. And remember, I spoke about marriage as a factor, very important for people to live long.
Wow. We'll leave it at that. Dr. Akubienyo, but you can follow him on his YouTube. He gets to upload these, but also so much more on different content, especially when it comes to supplements to have, and he's into orthopedics as well. So you can follow him on his YouTube, and he'll be able to get in touch with you regarding any questions that you may have. Doctor, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We are on this journey with him. He has committed that he will be giving us at least one day a week to be able to continue this conversation. A journey to 100 years. Are you willing to get to that? Are you ready to get onto this? Whatever what are you riding? Is it a bicycle? Are you riding to? Oh yeah, he's biking to 100, right?
Yeah,
he's biking to 100. So we leave it at that. My name is Virgie Stella. We shall be back tomorrow.